Hey, what's up, Fortniters? It's OmniPie here. I have a confession to make. I got addicted to Fortnite Save the World. I bought it like 2 months ago, and I played it for a few hours a day. But a week ago, in the last update, Epic Games added a new update with a ton of new things to grind for. And long story short, I kinda ended up playing Fortnite Save the World like 10 hours a day, and barely any Fortnite Battle Royale. So after like 3 days of that, I decided that I should probably get some wins in Battle Royale, because that's what most of my subscribers subs for. So when I want to win, I usually land in areas that people don't land in, get a lot of loot, and then start destroying everyone. But the usual plan didn't go so well. See, after looting, I would run around for like 5 to 10 minutes and then meet someone and they would absolutely destroy me like every time. So I got into like 1 or 2 fights every 5 to 10 minutes and lost half of them. I was so rusty with Fortnite BR that I was getting outbuilt left and right. I was missing all my shots and I just couldn't win that much fights. And that's exactly why I'm making this video. It may be a great strategy to land in places with not many people and get loot all to yourself for free, if you want easy wins, that is. But to get those wins, you actually have to be good enough to beat the players in mid to late game. So if you're not that good already, or you're a bit rusty like I was, then spending like 90% of your games looting and running might not be a good idea, since you're barely going to get better at beating other players that way, which you kinda have to do at the end to win. The game's not gonna say, oh great job, you avoided everyone, here's your win. It's more like, oh looky here, John Wick with 999 of everything is about to build the Great Wall of China and shoot you from it. That's why I recommend landing in places where you can pretty much get into constant fights the whole game. A place where you're always a few minutes away from the next fight. Yeah, that's right. You know what I'm about to say. Tilted Psych. It's actually Salty Springs. Yeah, I read your comments. A lot of you were saying to just go to Tilted Towers in my best place to land for easy wins video. See, the problem with going to Tilted Towers is that you're not playing Fortnite Battle Royale there. It's like Rainbow Six Siege over there. There's a rooftop camper on every building. There's a corner camper behind every door. There's a trap on every ceiling. And there's always that guy that runs over to flank you after you get a kill, or even in the middle of a fight. It can be fun, but you're honestly not getting that much better at Fortnite when you land in Tilted Towers and going for every kill. It might turn you into a pro Rainbow Six Siege player though, so, you know, if that's what you're going for. But Salty Springs, oh baby Salty Springs. When you land there, you get the full Fortnite experience in a very short amount of time. You start with the landing into a house. Usually you can get your own house because not that many people land here compared to Tilted Towers where there's like 3 people per building. But when you finish looting your house, you can expect there to be players very close to you, because all the houses are pretty much seconds away from each other. So you can get a nice good fight with a decent inventory and not too much building, because no one really farmed that much yet. I actually landed in Salty Springs a bunch to unrust myself and got a game that shows a really good example of how much constant streams of 1v1s you can get landing in Salty Springs. I'll go over it really quick for you guys. Alright, so I always start off the game by landing in the big blue house because, you know, landing in one spot makes it easier to know where you should deploy your parachute and all that stuff. So I go inside and I get pretty lucky. I get a shotgun and I get a pump and attack. Pretty good combination. Then someone goes down. They're pretty tricky though. They're like building all over the place because they know I'm about to catch them. And they're just running away constantly. And I didn't have enough ammo to just shoot it down. And the shotguns are slow too, so of course I go ahead and chase them. And I go up the roof. Now they're downstairs, so I meet them. And I give them the good old pump to the face. There we go, we got 1 kill real fast. And of course we break all the furniture, because breaking furniture is really important. They give you a lot of wood so that you could fight the next people and or run away like that person did to me. Then we move on to the next house, and I notice the door is open, so of course I don't go through the front door. I go from above. And this is what I like to do when people are inside houses. I go from above, and you know, if I don't see them, I just keep breaking things, make a a new opening basically, because you don't want to just walk through the obvious place where they can headshot you like I did the first person. And then we found them, and then boom, attack to the face, and they're dead. Then of course we check up their big shield potion. And of course, I don't notice the trap because it's like such a weird place. It's like at a corner, blocked by everything. And then I heal up, and already like a minute later, someone runs at us. We hear them, so we gotta hide a bit here. And there we go. We listen and we find them. We locate them with the sound, and bam, bam, they're down. Look at that, already 3 kills. And notice that all of these are 1v1s. You know, they're not like 2v1s, or, you know, we're not dying to roof campers or anything. We're just fighting fair 1v1s like most of how Fortnite Battle Royale is. You know, and then after I'm done with the house, I just pop out, I look around, and then I move on to the next house and try and get another fight so that I could unrust myself, or, you know, just get better at fighting 1v1s in general. I go to the next house, and then there it is. I make sure to crouch so I can listen to footsteps. I find it, and then bam, we find someone. We get some good shots off on them, and there we go. We finish them off, leaving with just 10 HP. But this isn't Tilted Tower, so there's not gonna be like 5 people running at me. So, you know, I get some time to heal up and everything. Ooh. But then pretty soon after, we get a John Wick behind us. Another 1v1. There we go, another nice 1v1, you know? And then again, we get some time to ourselves, heal up. And then after we're done healing up, we move on. We go and try to look for the next person, which is the person at the gas station we saw earlier. But they just disappeared a bit. But they're still probably around here somewhere. So we look around, make sure no one's like flanking us or anything. And then we go for it. Look at that, they take a shot at us. They were just hiding in the house all along. Now this is actually like a pretty standard mid-game kind of thing. 2 people build up and then we try and spot each other. So this is really good practice for the mid-game, where there's not like 5 people and everyone fighting each other. So fights have to be like really fast. We just both take our times, try and aim at each other. And then other people come in. Of course, we're running low on wood here, so we have to farm up a little bit because they have a really high ground, and it's hard to break because it's actually a house. And then someone's fighting them, so, you know, it's a good chance. We turn around and I get a snipe shot off them, a really nice snipe shot. But they're still in a really good position, and then bam, we get shot from behind. Because like at this point, a lot of people would just start rotating to Salty Springs because it's in the middle of the map, in between a lot of places, and the fight gets a little bit you know, we're rusty here. We're unrusting right now, so it's kind of ugly, but we won in the end. So now that we got that person, you know, we gotta handle the person on the roof here. And they're playing really bad. They're just standing in the open, but we miss anyways. Now there's some bandages that are laying around, so it's really nice. With also a slurp, so we can actually get to full 100 health. And there it is. Eventually we get them with that nice headshot. But unfortunately, there's just been so much fighting, and we're stuck because we used so much wood getting through all of them that we didn't have enough time or resources to actually like finish them off fast enough. So now we're stuck in the storm, and it's gonna kill me this game. I actually got 8 kills. There's like 18 people left, so if I lived here, I could have easily gotten like 2 more kills, you know, really fast, and then this could have been one of my highest kill games ever. My highest so far is 16. So, you know, if I killed like half the people left in the lobby, I would have that much kills, and maybe even more. But the storm hates me. You guys know this. It's just always after me. See, that's the other part of landing at Salty Springs. In the mid-game, people will come to you most of the time. Because unless the first save zone is in the middle, there will be people rotating from the sides of the map that's not in the save zone. And they'll come to Salty Springs, which is in the middle of the map. So you'll be able to get into a ton of mid-game fights without having to go out of your way or anything. Hopefully the safe zone doesn't run away from you as much as it does me, because you could be stuck in the storm with all the people running at you like what happened to me that game. Here, let's go ahead and look at my match history to show you guys that it actually works. So these days is like pretty much right after the Save the World update, so I barely play Battle Royale. This is actually squad games because I got that, place like top 5, top 12, top 6 in squads, and so I just AFK'd them. So I didn't really play these, I didn't get any kills. I tried to get top 6 and top 12 without trying to do anything. I just landed in the middle of the hill in like right next to Dusty Depot, and I just kind of camped down until I got top 12 for that mission. Then this is like 2 days after the Save the World update. I'm still playing it a lot, but I'm like, hey, I should probably try and get a Fortnite Battle Royale win, because that's what my subscribers sub for. And surprisingly, I actually did get the win the first try, which is kind of odd. I guess I wasn't that rusty after only 2 days, so I'm like, good enough, back to Save the World. Yeah, and then so on the same day, after a couple hours, I decided to go for some more wins, and it didn't go so well. I barely got any kills. Like I'm at 12th place here, and I got 2 kills and I died. And this one I got 10th place, and then I got 2 kills and I died. So it's like I'm getting destroyed by a lot of people. I barely get any kills, and I'm just getting destroyed in the top 15. Then I finally decide to start going Salty Springs. I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of rusty right now, so I'm gonna unrust myself. I go Salty Springs. 15 minutes in, I get 6 kills. Cause it's way more action. Get top 9 because I'm still rusty. And then I keep going, and notice how I just die a lot, but in each game it's really fast. This game I got 3 kills in 6 minutes, and this game was probably a slow start or something. This game I died really quickly. I got 2 kills in less than 4 minutes, and then I died. And I got 2 kills here, and you get the idea. Pretty much anytime I die quick, I don't get much kills, but at least I get into like a couple of fights really early on. And if I survive longer than 4 minutes, I would get, like more than 2 kills usually, because I'm just looking for all the fights to unrust myself. And I keep doing this. I didn't win a single time that day, but I got a little better with fighting. And then the day after that, I did the same thing, lots of kills, or I died really fast. And then that was the game. This is the game I showed you guys here. I got 8 kills in just 13 minutes, and I died to the storm. So I'm like, oh dang, I'm starting to get pretty good now. I'm winning tons of fights. And then the next game I played, I got a really unlucky start, but I ended up winning with 7 kills after like looking for every kill. And then the next day, I win again with 10 kills, and it only took like 4 games. These 2 wins are the ones that I showed at the beginning of the video, by the way. So, after like 2-3 days of going there, I was pretty good. I was just rusty, and I unrusted myself. So it'll take longer for you guys. If you're like not very good, you've barely got any wins, you probably have to spend like a week or maybe 2 to actually get up there in terms of like beating everyone in 1v1s and getting high kill wins. So that's why if you want to win more, you need to start landing in Salty Springs. Not because it gives you the easy wins, but because it will give you a lot of fighting experience that's important in winning a game of Fortnite Battle Royale. But you know what else is just as important? Clicking like on this video and subscribing to my channel, because I have a ton of videos that are super helpful for Fortnite Battle Royale players trying to win games. So check out my other videos, and thanks for watching.